Some people feel like change is evil. Some people feel like change robs them of the life that they used to have. Some would be right when they say that. I think that change is a beautiful thing. Life is never supposed to stay the same. Life is supposed to evolve. Now, whether you're evolving or devolving, it depends on the time in your life. I've devolved plenty of times in my life, but I've got up and I've kept going. And that's a beautiful thing. That's what I mean when I say that change is beautiful. I just buzzed my head. 2 years ago, I had a full head of hair. Full length. I had the rocker thing going on, I look cool. But I'm getting ready to turn 21, and I'm an adult. I'm getting ready to move across the country alone. I have a buddy out there who's going to help me move. I'm getting out of Portland, Oregon, and I'm leaving. And I'm getting ready to go start my own life. That's not to say that I'll never come back. Maybe I'll evolve when I'm out there, and then I'll come back as an evolved man. But to say that I don't need to change, to say that I'm okay staying the same is a foolish statement to make at all. I need to change. If not to make my earning potential greater so that I can provide better for myself and my family, then I need to change to dump the bad ideas that I have in my head and adopt some new ones, some great ones. To be a great man is what every man should strive to be. I truly believe that. And if you're not working hard to be a great man, then you are wasting the potential that you have. I'm trying so hard to be a religious man. I want to believe in God so bad. I've been praying every single day. Not today, I forgot to. Today, actually. For Him to heal my belief. Or heal my unbelief. And make me believe. Because I think that it's important for a man to have direction in his life. And honestly, I kind of forget where I'm going with that, honestly. But no, it's important to have direction. It's important to have a purpose in life. Your purpose can be your kids, and your purpose can be your family. Your purpose can be money. Your purpose can be looking incredible, looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's okay. It doesn't matter what your purpose is, but you need to have a meaningful and worthwhile purpose in your life. Because if you don't, then you're spending your life wandering, and you're chasing hedonistic pleasure. Everybody knows this. The man that doesn't have a goal that he's working towards is slave to pornography, is slave to marijuana, is slave to alcohol, is slave to women in his life, is controlled by lust. And that is not a life that I feel like the men in my life should be leading. I look up to men that are not controlled by these things, and that instead a lot of times turn the other cheek to these things and walk away from these things to chase a better life. I think that's what an honorable man is. And to be an honorable man, you need change. You need to accept change in your life. You need to chase change. You need to chase evolution and minimize devolving. My family has been victim to addiction. We are very prone to addiction as a people. My family has been addicted to methamphetamine, to cocaine, to alcohol. Most of them are addicted to marijuana. All of them are addicted to nicotine. I have made it my life's mission to just, maybe not my life's mission, but a prerequisite for me to having a good life is just to stay away from drugs. It's just absolutely just to stay away from drugs. I know I came to terms with the fact recently. It's not really like I ever wanted to do cocaine, but I was thinking if I ever touch cocaine, I would absolutely get addicted. If I ever touch cocaine, I would never not want cocaine. So I will never touch cocaine. I will never touch methamphetamine. I will never touch heroin. When I was a child, I watched somebody close to me overdose on heroin. I walked in on him in the bathroom with a needle in his arm and a belt around his shoulder, like his upper arm. And he was face down. He was sitting on the can and just out. You know, he was dead. Looking at him being dead for a while. And that changed me. That changed me into the person that I am now. Maybe not in that moment, but it planted a seed in my brain that you can kill yourself quick. You can do whatever you want to yourself really, really fast. You can die really fast. You can get addicted to drugs really, really fast. I didn't learn that until I got addicted to drugs years ago. I have used plenty of substances. I've been addicted to nicotine. I used weed every day for years. I was drinking a lot at one point. I'm only 20, but I've used many opioids. I've used many benzodiazepines. I've used pornography. I've used what kid hasn't, you know? But what man hasn't? You know, I'm not Jesus Christ, you know. But as you get older, you realize when you get older, growing up through addiction, you realize that this is no joke. It's not a game. Life is not a game. Sorry, life is not a game that you should be playing poorly. Life is a story game where every decision affects every other possible outcome that you have. It is a never-ending story. Well, it has an end, but it's a story. It's a video game that doesn't end for 80 years, maybe 90, because you and I are growing up in a time that science and AI will push us farther than we've ever been as a species. But life does not slow down for you, and it never will slow down for you. And you need to take the time to think through every single decision that you will ever make in your life. And that's what change means. To think about every single thing in order to figure out how to change your life for the better. How to change you for the better. And if you don't, then you will devolve. And if you devolve, you will become subject to addiction. If you devolve, then you will be subject to people in your life that want to take advantage of you. If you devolve, you will be victim to poor choices made by other people and yourself. You will be surrounded by people that you hate because you didn't do the work to put yourself around the people that you love and the people that you want to be around. So not only when you change for the better will you become a better person, will you become a more likable person, not only will you become more successful financially. Not only will you become more successful with people, not only will you make more friends, but you are also actively running away. When you change for the better, this is you're actively running away from addiction. You actively are running away from poor health. Actively are running away from people that you hate being around. Actively are running away from... Think of the worst thing that you could possibly surround yourself with. That's what you're running away from when you decide to change your life for the better every single day. And it is a daily practice. It will be a daily practice no matter how you look at it, because life does not stop just because you made a bad decision. You will make bad decisions. You will make bad decisions. I make bad decisions all the time. I make one bad decision a day. That usually is going to sleep too late. At least one bad decision a day. But it's about as often as you can, as often as you possibly can, choosing the right decision to make at this time. Do you understand that? You better, because life isn't slowing down so that you can understand it. You don't have time to sit and think about it. You need to get up and you need to do what's right now. Now, I don't need you, if you want to turn off this video and go for a run, do that, but you don't need to do this all at once. You don't need to change your eating habits and absolutely just change the fundamentals of your being right now. But go to sleep a little bit earlier tonight. Do something that will further your career today. Go over your resume again. Don't smoke that bowl. Don't have that drink. These are the things that will bring you further in life. Get out of your comfort zone. I'm sitting in my parking lot. My neighbor is right there, and he's watching me right now. It don't matter. Do something that will further yourself. Do something that will further other people, and it will come back to you. Pray. Sleep well, meditate. Be grateful. Practice being grateful. Practice making good decisions. And they will get easier and easier and easier for you. I hope you have a great day. Peace out.